Welcome to another episode and video on my Raspberry Pi 3B in combination with the PiXtend PLC that connects to the Raspberry Pi. Last time I had my first experiences using power supply connected in here. Everything checked out. I could log in, but with a new check, and last time I did check with HDMI, that didn't work. Network, yes, that did work, but if you can watch carefully, you can see that each chip on the board is nicely seated, except for the big one there underneath. And that is the main chip of the PiXtend. So I have to reseat it. And the question is, was it reseated anyway? Was it seated anyway the last time? That's a big question. So I have to undo this mount, reseat it, and then see if things change with respect to result via SSH, etc. So, screwdriver and ESD set at hand. I'll have to fix that first. Well, the unmount or unscrew of it went fast. The reseat was remarkably easy. So I think in forthcoming attempts and uses I will have to check the big chip. So what I'll have to do now is the network connector, HDMI, and very important of course this connector, the power. So with the power checked there, this is the way to mount it. One and into the hole, and that proves no easy task. It fit last time, so why not now? There it goes. Ground into it. Yes. And finally the main power cord, which connects it really to the wall socket. There it goes. LEDs blinking. Yep. And it has to be powered up, and I see an LED here blinking and an LED here. So and for the first time I see something scrolling by here. So that is a very good positive result. The only thing is it's not very stable, but it is there. And here it says PiXtend image. I don't have, as you can see here, no keyboard or mouse attached. So I'll have to refer to the SSH, but I might do that anyway. Connect mouse and keyboard. Let's see what that difference is. It's no graphical stuff. It's all, at least this monitor shows a terminal. But who knows what else lies in, what lies ahead. So let's go to the software. Alright, so reseat of the main chip is done. HDMI does work. Big surprise there for me. But now let's log in. Start VNC. And this is something that I don't like. It does not remember commands. So let's see how this can work. Activate can. Activate CAN. Okay, that's new. I didn't see that last time. RC switch, wiring pi, everything is there. So I just start type VNC server. Now I can go here. And by now the view on the monitor has gone remarkably better for now. But anyway, what can be done? What should be done? First of all, starting, not programming, but using this actually. Because this works a lot nicer than a terminal. Examples. And this works of course a bit different than with the other image that I had. But I need to be here. And yes, examples. Analog input. Well, I don't have a servo motor attached. DEC demo, digital analog. I can just do anything and see whatever happens. So, Python. Python PX digital demo. Whatever happens, happens. Oh, that is nice. The relays are switching. Communication is not yet up. Setting the relays and digital outputs as an alternative, also in an alternating pattern. Wow. So, not quite sure how long that will last. Ctrl C. Okay, so that is one test. Analog input. I don't have any analog input, I think. Python PX PX. Well, this is a highly accurate value. DAC demo. DAC digital to analog converter. PX. Yeah, PX, I guess it stands for PiXtend. Right. DHTL, whatever that is. Temperature and humidity. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it is 255 Celsius. Current humidity 255. I don't think so. GPIO, okay. Whatever. Next, pulse modulation. Oh, MQTT. It is a protocol never used before. Import error, no module. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, next. Pulse modulation. Okay. Next. Servo motor. It's all dry run, of course. But at least this works. The most interesting now is actually using a servo motor. Also interesting would be to use RS232, which are these three. Let me shine the lamp. It's a bit difficult, I think. And no, I thought it rebooted, but it's going blank for a moment. Which in itself is alright. Yeah, it will go blank because I have no mouse and keyboard attached. So I could do that. Anyway, I can, with these three connectors, I can set up RS232. With which I can access boards, interfaces, etc. that I have. So that could be interesting. My other project with the ESP32 has a CAN possibility, so I could connect to that as well. So, how to go further? Using the serial port is in the same sense as this one. 3 wires, transmit, receive and ground, connected to a channel changer, because this is a female connector, this is a male connector, and the other end of the cable is a female connector which has to be somewhere else, so I have to do it this way right now. And I can try to check which mode it is set, because the PiXtend library information says okay, you can set serial mode. So let's just see if this works with or without it, probably using Python. I started. This is the editor, but also the shell, so I get immediate answers. So let's just try this. If the example is indeed doing what it says it does. P is not defined. No kidding. And this is going to be, yeah, of course P is not defined, I just opened it. So again, find this one. Where does the P come from? That's another question. So yeah, it is of course a piece of library, but I have to declare it. So let's find out first. Alright, it was of course quite simple. First, from the PiXtend lib, import PiXtend. Then say Pi is PiXtend, so instantiation, and from here ask what the mode is, and it is 0, and then it appears that 232 is false, or set it to false, but in any way this is false. Then, quite important, if you look at this way, configure serial port setup, USB 0. I'm using that USB to serial converter, but what is the baud rate? What's the parity? What's the number of bits? It says for baud rate, no answer. So this is going to be not working yet, and that is too bad. Yeah, it is what it is. So I might have to play with these values to get it nicely done. So port setup again, and what should I use? I can go very slow and no parity 8 bits per second, and one stop bit is actually quite standard. And no flow control, that's not doing anything. So I'll have to figure this out. And now I have a disappointment, because looking for information on PiXtend in combination with RS232, because of course there is more information. However, it points to a project file that is downloadable, which is meant for Codesys, which I haven't installed. And if you have watched last time's video, then you know I had some problems with it, installing that is. But also it is referring to a document that is not downloadable. It is listed, but there's no link. So there goes this attempt. And once again going in here, I can try numerous things, of course, but with all these speed, parity, data and stop it possibilities, it's even a question what's going to work anyway. Well, this didn't work, so let's try the next one. And see whatever is going to work. Well, this certainly doesn't. And you can go on for a long time testing everything. So this is not what I intended to get done. Yes, I have it set up, but with serial you have to get both ends set up exactly the same, otherwise it won't work. So, and without that Codesys project available, or the project available but Codesys not installed and the document not downloadable, it's going to be tough. Right, one last thing. I have, as you can see here, connected USB device, which is actually a keyboard, and that was to activate the HDMI screen, which should have shown some text then. However, typing reveals absolutely nothing. So that makes me wonder if the first attempt can be repeated, that I actually see something on HDMI, which did work. Another thing is that, well, with Minicom activated, I should have seen a lot of input coming by from starting, but that didn't happen. So that really needs some more information, finding out, etc. Also activating from the serial input or output to any other device highly depends on this, on the settings. So I really have to find it out, and I can't understand why they only provide it with Codesys. I might be overlooking something, but I hope, and I hope so, because otherwise it's going to be a difficult thing. Actually, those parameters should be widely available, or via that website. Anyway, that is what I wanted to show you at the last thing. And with that, I thank you for watching. So serial doesn't work yet. HDMI well, it did reboot, probably because moving and this connection not being too stable or very robust. So I hope that I can repeat it with HDMI. And well, too bad for Minicom as yet. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. What can I do? What can't I do? What should I do? Or send me a mail. My email is on my website, which is listed under this video. You can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please show your support for my videos and for my blog by making a donation via either PayPal or Wired. And you can also support me by becoming a patron and have your name mentioned as a supporter on my website, and depending on the pledge you make also with my videos. Like I said, you can find everything on my website as well, which is, and the URL of which is listed under this video. Metro information visible, findable on my website, and this is of course going to be continued. Have a nice day and bye bye.